Set myself a challenge. Why have I never stopped here before? This was where I camped the first night. Hello, and welcome to the video. I just don't know where to start this video, but here we go. I'm trying to stay out of the wind. It's really windy at the moment, so I'm tucked in this little information booth here, and I'm in Darkin. So I have been staying at the caravan park here for 12 days. I was doing some work. I was editing the last 3 videos that I took, and I was waiting for Abby's heartworm tablets to come in, and all that has happened, and now we are on the road again, and we are on the road moving every day probably for the next 2 weeks. I decided to set myself a challenge and do a daily vlog every day and upload every day for 8 days from Saturday to Saturday. Abby and I have already done our morning walk, and I'll show you some clips of that here. It's a beautiful spot to walk around here. They have the Collie Darkin rail trail, and we walked along that a bit. They also have a huge sports oval which Abby just loves to tear around on, and she can be off lead, and we play there, and I throw treats and she chases the treats, and I did a little bit of my exercise, some of my bend backs and practicing my handstands, and then we basically packed up. I've had a shower, and now we're heading out. I have driven past this train station numerous times. I've always wanted to stop, and so today I've stopped, and I just found out that this train station opened in 1919, and then the one in Darkin closed. So this was part of the Narrogin to Collie train line, and I think you can go inside the building. Let's have a look. I think you can actually go in and camp, so let's check it out. Actually, oh, this is so cool. Why have I never stopped here before? This is why I love making these videos, because I think about things that would be interesting for you, and they're interesting for me. And yeah, I'm really glad I stopped. All right, let's check out what's in here. So this board here shows a timeline from the instigation of creating this trail back in October 1998 to it actually officially being opened October 2005. So it's awesome. And it originally was used as a horse trail, but you can also cycle it, you can walk it. And yeah, I think it's about 55 kilometers from Darkin to Collie. So I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, I'd love to do it on my horse. But I wouldn't want to walk it. That's a long way to walk. And I don't think there's that much in between except for wheat and sheep, canola. I think that's about it. Anyway, it's really cool in here. Actually, literally cool. All right, let's head into Collie. Abby's such a good girl, patiently waiting for me. You're a good girl, Abby. Yeah? All right, we are going to head into Collie, and my next stop isn't the prettiest, and not the prettiest, and not something I'm proud of, but it's a part of Collie and WA, so I'm going to share it with you. I had to stop here. Today is going to be a drive back to where it all started. This wasn't the plan, this wasn't the stop that I was saying wasn't very nice, but as I was driving past, I remembered this was where I camped the first night in my car back in January 2020, And that was a pivotal moment when I knew that I would be able to do van life, and I got really excited for it. And I've driven past here again so many times, and I always thought, oh, that's where I stayed, that's where I stayed. And this time I just thought how far I've come in almost 3 years. And back then when it was just a dream, and I still can't believe that this is my life and that I made it happen. Yeah, it actually almost brought tears to my eyes with just so much joy. But yeah, this was that first night we stayed, Abby and I, in the car. This isn't the exact spot, but it's taken off Wiki Camps and I can't find it anymore. But yeah, it's just really interesting. And then after college, we are going to go to the town where I bought the van. So that is going to be very nostalgic. We bought the van back in May 2020 with my friend Faye. Faye, I know you're watching this. Remember when we went and bought the van? Wow, that was a big day. All right, let's go on to the next spot, which again isn't very pretty. All right, let's go. This is one of my favourite places in Collie for lunch, and this is about the third time I've been here in a month. I do love it. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's a Saturday lunchtime and there's not many people here. So yeah, I love this spot. Anyway, we are going to have lunch. I'm going to have lunch. Yeah, and I showed you the pictures of the coal mine, and I might at lunch talk a bit more about the coal mine and what we use it for in Western Australia. Lunchtime. This is such a beautiful, peaceful spot for lunch. I feel very relaxed now. Ah, it's lovely. And I think the ducks here are used to being fed by people, because we went for a walk and they all followed us back. And now they're just leaving now that we're working out that I'm not going to feed them. I thought about the coal mine stuff, and instead of talking about it on the video and bringing it down a bit, I'm going to put the names of the power stations here across the screen, and if you want you can look it up on Wikipedia. The good news is that they should all be phased out in the next 7 years, so that would be good. Anyway, we are now going to go back into Collie, which is only 2 minutes away, and I have to get petrol. This will be interesting. So I think it's around $1.90 a litre. And I'm guessing I'm going to get in about 60 litres. So let's see how this goes. This is going to blow my budget of $100 a week, but we're going to blow the budget for the next few weeks anyway. So yeah, let's go into Collie and get petrol, and then we're going to go to the town where I bought my van. I haven't been back to this town. I've been to Collie, but I haven't been further southwest than Collie in probably about 2 years, because last summer I left. I went to Tasmania and I wasn't around this long. I left in September, so it's gonna be really interesting to go. I'm really excited actually to go to some of these towns and take you with me, because some of them are just beautiful. All right, let's go and see where I bought the van. I think I am officially out of the wheat belt and starting to get into the southwest forests. So yeah, lots of trees now, and they just get bigger and bigger and bigger the further south we head. It's so beautiful to drive along here though. It's just so gorgeous. Really lucky. So we made it to the little country town of Bailing Up, and this is where I bought my van in May in 2020. That was at the very beginning of the pandemic, and luckily the borders just opened for us, like our local borders, and me and my friend came down here. It's a couple of hours drive from Perth, and yeah, we checked out the van and we bought it. I did buy the first van that I saw, and probably not the smartest move, but look, I'm happy and I've learnt a lot since then. I've just come out to the Golden Valley Tree Farm, and it's a spectacular, it's just acres and acres and acres of trees, and they've got trees from all around the world. And I was planning on going for a walk with Abby, but for 2 reasons I'm not going to. First of all, it's really cold, and second of all, it's already 3:30, and so it's getting a bit late, and I need to get to our camp spot because it is Saturday night. And this spot I'm going to is very popular, and there's a chance we won't get in. And if we don't get in, we really don't have any other options close by. So anyway, I wanted to bring you here to where I bought my van. It's really cool to come back here. Yeah, and unfortunately we can't do the tree park, but where we're staying is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's only about 10 minutes down the road, I think. So let's make a move down there, and yeah, we will see you then.